sharing original music. It's a pretty vulnerable feeling, you know? A lot of the songs that I write, sometimes I question if they'll ever get heard. And I may walk out there and then everyone may hate it.
My name is Sam Hatmaker, and I am a country musician from Knoxville, Tennessee, living in Nashville, Tennessee. I was someone who really wanted to be creative, but had no idea where I fit in growing up. So that was a big thing for me to try to find that. I know writing was something I kind of started doing before I even played an instrument or knew that much about music, really. It was something I was doing for fun as a kid. So I picked up a guitar. I never took a guitar lesson. I would just go watch YouTube videos, figure out chords. It kind of grew from this hobby thing I had as a kid to something that I found out I wanted to do forever.
I believe when I first heard that Nashville was shutting down, I was writing with a good friend of mine, and we were actually writing in her publisher office space. And we realized we were the only ones there. Her publisher actually came and told us, she was like, this is probably the last time you guys are gonna be writing here for a while, because we're having to close everything down, that's why no one's here. And I remember just being so thrown off by it. And I remember my first thought was just something so stupid, where I was like, I wonder if I'm playing my show still next week. And it was like, no, you're not. Everything is shutting down. I think it was hard for me to grasp, I feel like no matter what anyone has been through, music's kind of been the one thing that's always still been there. You know, watching each venue kind of close one by one and say, we don't know when we'll be back. It was definitely really weird, and I'd never seen Nashville like that. Probably like most people entering this phase of depression for a while, because music has always been all that I've known. It's all that I've done. The feeling of loneliness is just really common if you're a creative person in any way. But it got very personified in a way during the lockdown, where I had to face it head on. The lockdown made everyone so vulnerable. Everyone was feeling super lonely, so we were all just talking about it. You know, a few weeks went by, and, after that, the acceptance phase comes. Because it's you're not gonna be able to do anything about this, you can't really fix it. So you just kind of have to accept it and adapt. I have been releasing music for about the past year now. This is my first time releasing music as an artist, so it's been really exciting for me, and this has been my goal for so long. I put out an acoustic project last year. I was I want this introduction to me where it feels very low-key. Up until that point, I had just been posting videos of me playing songs I wrote in my bedroom. That was all the content that I had. And I was I don't want it to feel too far away from that. I want it to feel very natural and real, and I wanted people to feel the way I was when I was writing these songs, and they were all very homemade. I will say it, I mean, it worked out how I hoped it would. There were new people messaging me on Instagram saying they had heard the songs, and they were oh, I really relate to this one or that one. And that's how I wanted it to be. I liked that people who had never heard of me or my music found me online and then felt close enough through my songs that they felt yeah, I can send her a message and tell her about my story. I put out my first single called The Lion or the Lamb. I remember when I wrote it, I was oh, I think this is the sound. This is the kind of music I want to be making. So it felt natural to lead with something like that. And I hope I can just continue. I feel like I'm in a phase of growth. And so I hope I continue to grow and don't ever stop doing that. I love doing what I do. I honestly, I know it's a lot of hard work and there's a lot of uncertainty. You never know if something's gonna work out, but honestly, I've never had to question if it was worth it. It just, I think it brings me such joy, and I really feel like it's something I was meant to do. So I feel like I've found my purpose.
Whenever you're ready.
tiger, your passionate fire, but I'm not a fighter. Don't bite like a tiger. You look like a lone wolf. You're lost and you're hopeless. Too bad for your own good. I can't leave you alone, wolf. Wild animals, poison without antidote, just like wild animals. Boys only want the lion or the lamb, the quiet or the can be tamed if you tried to. Boys only want to have it if they can't, to chase you like a man supposed to. Boys only want the lion or the lamb, and trying to understand which one I am to you. You puff out your chest, boy. When I finally get to play a live show again, I hope you know everyone who comes in doesn't bring anything from the outside world with them. All right, hello guys, my name is Sam Hatmaker. I'm in from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm going to be playing some music for the next couple hours or so. Love you like a dream, oh love you till I wanna leave. Boys only want. They all come in to forget about what's been going on for all of us. And I hope they come in and hear some music that they love and have a good time. And I hope we all don't even have to think about the pandemic or anything like that. I really hope that my next live show, we're just thinking about music.